All right, let's get down to business. Talking current events, voice acting, and movie roles. Jenny Slate, top on the payroll, gives up her role for a black person to take the role. Like, in this show that I've never seen, like, I really, like, I just seen it. It's like vulgar. It's like, okay, like, vulgarity only can take you so far. Like, Adventure Time was vulgar in a sense, and I could watch it. If it's too vulgar, I just really don't feel like watching it, and it's really strange looking. Big mouth or something. The animation is just something that I can't watch for a long time. So I really didn't, I don't know what the girl sounds like. I didn't look up no video to see before I started on this because I have to get this off my chest. Honestly. Like, she gives up her role herself. Like, it's done more bad than good. First, she lost, a woman just lost her paycheck. Two, people come out of the woodwork, like, claiming based on her own decision to leave, despite thousands of anime dubs, ethnic characters, and female roles are all taken by white people and men. Like, for instance, Bob Burgers. Like, I love Bob's Burgers, but you know what? Louise is the only girl on the payroll. Like, you've got Linda and you got Tina, and they're both men. So no one's talking about that. Like, people need to stop bringing up these instances if they're not going to just go all in with it. They're just, ooh, look, Samurai Jack was black, so you guys can't say anything. One black man got to be versatile. One man got to be versatile. One man. Okay, cool. And then, Shredder was Dr. Phil, not Dr. Phil, Uncle Phil. And it's just like, okay, two men out of the thousands of white men and white women, like, doing whatever they feel like, whatever they want, whatever they get called to do. Like, people out here saying the dumbest stuff, like Bart Simpson should be played by a 9-year-old little boy. Like, so take another paycheck away from a woman, okay. Another said Tommy Pickles should be played by a baby. Like, stupid. Yet another take that results in another woman losing her job. For what? Like, you know that it can't be a baby, so you're just doing stupid stuff. You're saying stupid things that won't ever happen, ever. So, explain to me, like, what is the end goal here? So this white woman leaves a role, right? And then y'all are sending all this crap. Like, let Uncle Phil rest in peace, all right? Let him rest in peace. Don't talk about how he was Shredder, first of all. And then saying absolutely nothing about the anime dubs that only have 3 white people playing the same roles. Every anime protagonist sounds the same. Every male anime protagonist and all the girls sound the same. It's the same girl. The same white woman. Same white man. Same. I don't understand. I don't get it. How y'all could be like, okay, back to the Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack was basically a silent protagonist, first of all, for the majority of his own show. Let's take a look at Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, right? His show is named after him, right? He gets the most speaking roles. He gets the most speaking lines out of the whole show. Of course, it's his namesake. It's named after him. So if it's named after you, iCarly, I expect iCarly to be speaking a lot, right? But not Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack gets to be a black man that's silent. So don't bring him into the conversation because everything is against you. Like, honestly, I don't know why you would even, like, y'all people even consider bringing up these people to the table. Like, James, and another thing, James Earl Jones, like, get out of here with all that nonsense. Oh, James Earl Jones played the voice. Yeah, and he didn't get to be seen now, did he? He was just a voice. Everyone else got to have their voice on there and their face on there. But guess what? He doesn't get to have his face on there because he's a black man. And that's what y'all don't understand. How you gonna say, oh, James Earl Jones got to voice Darth Vader? Of course he did. Of course he did. He got to voice it. Of course he did. Because he was definitely not gonna be the main villain, was he? He wasn't gonna be somebody who y'all could look at. Anyone can be Darth Vader. You can just put on stuff. His whole thing is just him being covered up. So I don't understand why you bringing that to the table. Makes no sense in this context. Now, the majority of speaking roles in Samurai Jack went to the main characters, the side characters that you would never see again. Until the last season of his show was he speaking on a regular. And that's only because the people who made it wanted people to come in, so they had to switch it up a notch. So argue about how being a silent person is his personality, okay, he got full conversations in the final season, so that's out the window. If that's the truth, then that's not Samurai Jack, but it is. It's called Samurai Jack. People like to divert the problem, oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog should be a dog, blah, 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 blah. Wow, you're gonna talk about animals? We're talking about people. And this didn't even happen because of black people asking people. Honestly, we need to stop arguing about syrup. I know it's a problem. Let's acknowledge that it's a problem. We need to go for bigger things, because you got this girl talking about, oh, our only plight is syrup. No, that's not our only plight. So that y'all need to get that out your mouth real quick. But I digress. The problem here, the original problem here, is that white is seen as versatile and black is seen as boxed. And despite Samurai Jack, even when he spoke, no one instantly clocked him as, yep, you're a black man, I refuse to watch this. It didn't cause a problem. It was not a caricature. People love Samurai Jack. And it's not just because he was standing there. It was also the demeanor which Phil did. Honestly. Y'all making me go insane. It didn't ruin the show, nor did he disrespect the role. He's beloved. And being put on blast to create a false argument when what black people are not even asking for, this isn't the discussion that we opened. We were talking about literally everything else. Police brutality, literally racism, systemic racism within a workplace. We were talking about those things aside from the actual Aunt Jemima stuff. That's on the list as well. You're acting like you can have one thing at a time. It's everything at once, because everything at once hits us all at once. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But whatever. Despite this can of worms being open, y'all are gonna straight up put Phil up on the chopping block when y'all know you love Samurai Jack. Y'all know you love Tommy Pickles, but you're gonna say Tommy Pickles should be a baby because a white woman decided to leave her role. She was not bullied into it. She was not told to leave. She was not fired. I don't understand. Maybe I need to talk a little slower, because y'all are making these crazy arguments about how people should be this and that and the other. Are you kidding me? You really need to take a step back and look on Netflix and look at any animation and look at who's voicing the people in there. Look at the voices. When it's 90% somebody and everyone else has a 1 decimal percent, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Especially since America is not majority white people. It's a melting pot. It's a melting pot. Do y'all... Now, like, honestly, black people would like for more roles, and what better one than black roles, because it's like, what on earth? You might as well hire something. Like, honestly, we're gonna open the can of worms where, oh, da 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 da. No one's talking about how the whole cast of Bob's Burgers is male and one of them is female, despite 3 of them being female canonly in the show. There are only 2 males in the family. 2 males. But all of them are male except 1. Do you see how that's unequal? Do you see how that makes no sense? But then y'all are going to take crap discussions and come up forth talking about Bart Simpson shouldn't be played by a 40-year or 30-year-old woman. That's hilarious. We got other fish to fry, and you frying the smallest of sardines. Like, okay, put that on the table. We got other things. I got 10,000 things for you. Like, some black people might tap dance and act a fool in a role for a chance to be seen. No white person feels like they have to give the worst imitation of their ethnicity in every role that they are brought in to do. Like, even people who are Asian have to bring fresh off the boat every time. Isn't that ridiculous? Is it, what's that Kem dude from Masked Singer? He is always playing the like, he is the definition of the when you are not allowed to be who you want to be. He always has to bring it back to Asian. He always has to bring it back to doctor, or it's always, he can never just be a person. He has to be a caricature of an Asian man when he plays a role, and when he's sitting there just by himself. He's not a role on Masked Singer. He's himself. But that's not himself. That's what he's serving, what gets him paid. And that's ridiculous when white people can be so versatile and do whatever they want. To the point of, a long time ago, they were doing blackface, still doing blackface. Kim Kardashian's doing blackface. No one can tell me differently. It's not brown face. It's blackface. It's blackface. It's not black fishing. You want it to sound cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. We give it different definitions. People say that it's okay because it's not this. It's this. Like, why does Bette Midler go into a role and she's just some redneck hick? Or does she get to be versatile? Does she get to be glamorous? Does she get to be kooky? Does she get to be everything under the sun? But Angela Bassett always has to be the black girl that y'all need. She always has to play one particular character. All this because a woman's choice, a white woman's choice to leave a role, not her firing or being bullied to leave. All this because she said that. No one called for her to be kicked out, and y'all are coming at us with this. No one wants to talk about the real issue. Black people can't be diverse in films or voice acting. It was a backhanded win for Phil Lamar to voice Jack in Samurai Jack. Because it's like, no Asian scandal happened. No one boycotted the show. It didn't get taken off the air because it was something horrible. No one clocked him as black. It didn't matter. This instance, it's ironic because y'all are saying how it doesn't matter, but you're using him as an example. It didn't matter. So it only matters now because a white woman used her little brain and said, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe since I can get roles anywhere I feel, like I should just not take this role. And then people like to bring in, oh, she's biracial. That means she gets to be a little bit lighter than an eggshell. Like, okay, cool. Like, why is it that biracial always means the lightest possible? That's the problem. Do y'all not see? Y'all no eyes, you blind. I don't understand. Oh, I don't see color, except when I see color, then every single person, you go to the IMDb page, whatever, you see they're all white, executive producers, this, that, and the other, everything behind, like, people making the most money. Honestly, you don't understand. This is the problem. And then you got people coming at your neck talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog should be played as a dog. Like, what? Like, they don't get paid. We trying to get paid. Like, we're trying to get paid just like every other white person doing these anime dubs. Like, trying to get paid. Everyone, money makes the world go round. We're trying to have equality here. Like, how come Phil Lamar cannot be versatile like y'all's favorite anime guy, like y'all's favorite whoever, that dude that plays in Skyrim? I've been looking for you, got something I'm supposed to deliver, your hands only, the courier. That man is in every single animated feature in history. He gets paid on the every single time, anything. He's been on every single show ever. I don't know his name. I don't even know his name. He did all that and I still don't know his name. But Phil Lamar cannot be anybody. He can't be, oh, and then you're going to talk about it's Asian versus the blacks. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're having a seat. And we're talking about this. Like, why were y'all quiet? Like, until black people wanted roles like white people do. Like, if we cannot get any roles, and the absolute least thing they, like, the least they can do is give black roles to black actors, and don't complain about it, because white voice actors get white, black, Asian, Hispanic roles all the time. Why so loud about it when not even we are asking? Jenny Slate is asking for the bare minimum for us, like advocating a black girl should play a black voice, like a black voice. And then y'all talk about, oh, she's biracial. Y'all like to talk about biracial. Y'all like to get the biracial person when they're full. So you can say that at least it's two quarters. It's like 1/4, half quarter, barely. It's gone. It's not there. It's not there. Like, why is it that y'all, when you're looking for someone to play Queen Elizabeth, y'all are so on the tee to be like, okay, she's that color. And then people talking, Cleopatra is going to be white as snow, and then people like, well, she was this, that, and the other. The sun was out. She had some skin tone. And y'all like to get the whitest person, the most popular white Mel Gibson to be whoever white guy in Beowulf, like, or not Beowulf. Was it Beowulf? I think it was Beowulf. Patriot, like, yeah, cool, patriot white person, that's cool. But Beowulf, are you serious? Couldn't get nobody that was, like, Scottish, couldn't get nobody that, like, honestly, that's just annoying. Okay, so here's the whole thing that it all accumulates to. Why do black people only get the role when they can't be black? Like Guardians of the Galaxy, Zoe, she green. Avatar, Zoe, she blue. Princess and the Frog, Tiana's 90% of the film a green frog. Soul, the black man dies and becomes a blue soul. What's going on, Disney? Songs of the South stuck in your head? Like, and before someone makes the, oh, you want black people, actors to be versatile, y'all already coming at me. This is me rebuttaling y'all's accusations at hypocrisy when y'all are talking the same hypocrisy. Samurai Jack being Asian has nothing to do with the majority of white actors being able to be versatile in Hispanic, Asian, black, and everything under the sun. And then black people are just cornered to being either only black or not there at all. And then when we do want a black role, y'all like to point out who's not what and who's not a, well, that's not a, I think an alien should play an alien. Like, that is that's disgraceful. We are all humans. So why on earth can't we talk about human situations right now? Like, no one's talking about Blue's Clues needs to be somebody. No one's talking about that. We're talking about ethnicity right now. That's what we're talking about. Like, isn't it interesting that white people get to be whatever they want in a film, on screen and voice acting, but when literally a white woman chooses to leave, I will continue to say that, she chose to leave a paycheck to not even give the role to a black person. She does not have say. Do y'all think she's got say? This was a publicity stunt on her end. She has no say in who gets that role. no say. Unless she straight up, and then why would she have to leave if she had any say in who gets the role? She could have just stayed on and played a different character. But nope, she's leaving the show because she has no business there anymore. She's already put her line in the sand, and it's a very fine line because, like I said, she has no say. So it's like white people like say because she believes a black person should have the role, like they talk about, oh, well, animals on cartoons should be played by other animals. Like, that's the mentality that's rooted in racism. Like, comparing human plights to animals equally. I believe that we should protect animals to the best of our ability, but I refuse to say that if I was put in a situation, a human's falling off a cliff, no relation, a dog's falling off a cliff, no relation, I can only save one and Jesus is looking at me, I'm saving the human. And if you are not going to save the human, you do not need to be in this society. You need to live with the animals because you want to be with the animals so much and you want to protect them so much. You can go live with them. Because in that situation, I would save human. And people like to put their worst enemy up on there and say, oh, I would choose the dog. Human rights this is the society we live in. Until we're all vegetarians, all one at once, and we're not using any fuels or anything having to do, or any furs having to do with animals, shut up. Because I refuse to just sit here and be like, yeah, animal rights are more than, no, human rights first, animal rights second. I will always think that. That's it. I'm done.